it's Carla Holland Strange, and I know you don't know this face because I haven't put it out there a lot lately. I've been avoiding it. But I just woke up. And I want to, if I have something I've got to get out of me, I've got to do it when it's on my mind and in my heart. Otherwise it don't work. Yesterday a friend of mine told me that every time they think of me, they go and find one of my videos and watch it. Well, I'm doing this video for me to watch and remind myself how I feel right now and what's real and what's imaginary. I have spent the last nearly 4 years with a narcissist. Now you gotta understand, I've always been a self-confident woman. I've been beat down for so many years. I've been self-confident. I knew me. I could accomplish. I could do. I looked decent. I battled forever. This relationship I was in, when it was good, it was good. When it was bad, it was ugly. And the thing people do is they forget. When they're missing someone, they forget the ugly side. And then they kick themselves for leaving. And I've never done that lately. I really have. No names will be mentioned because I don't want any reason for this to be pulled off. I want people to learn how to heal. And if I don't heal, I'm going to die. I sense it every day. I'm dying inside. I'm dying from the loss of someone I loved. And I'm dying of the loss of me, of who I am as a person. Will always be if I'm here on earth. Now, I have massive pain. My body is in massive pain because I've had over 100 breaks to my body. And over 35 surgeries, and I'm about to have more. Everybody always thinks I'm so strong and so unbreakable. But I break. I break real easy. But I always mend. And this is truly letting my guard down to everybody. And everybody that has hated me forever can just rejoice at this video. And the ones that love me can understand why I have pulled away from everything in this world. For 4 years, this man that I was with, who told me he loved me more than anything in the world. His life, he would just light up whenever he saw me. He laid by me the whole 30 days I was in the hospital with the last surgery. But he also, let's see pros and cons, okay? The pros are warm, loving, affectionate. Smart. He was so smart. He just fascinated me. He was so smart. And when I looked in his eyes, I'd melt because I never felt so loved. He loved animals. He put up with my idiosyncrasies. He said he loved my painting, but I don't believe that now. He loved my cooking. We could spend hours together and not even have to talk because we were so attuned to each other. Cons. He was half my age. He was controlling. If I disagreed with anything he said, it was a battle. I can tell you, on a bad day, if I told him my name was Carla, he would fight with me about it. He'd argue. The nights that he was mad at me or argued with me. Now, this is supposedly a passive, woman-positive person that would never lay hands. But the nights that we would argue or he would fight with me, he would hit me in his sleep or kick me in his sleep, push me off the bed in his sleep. It was a passive-aggressive act. He was not asleep. One night he hit me 3 times. He would call me stupid on a daily basis. When he's mad at me and if I had no money or anything, he'd go feed himself and a homeless guy some food. Not bother with me. I got mad and went for a walk. He locked me out in summer weather with no water, no money. 8 hours out in the heat where I walked constantly just trying to figure out what to do. What I had to do to get back in the house was call the police. And I didn't even say anything negative. I just told him we had a fight and he locked me out and I had a right to be in the house, which nearly everybody would do. We get over to the house and he's destroyed everything. Destroyed everything. He called my PO and told her he was worried about me and I should be drug tested. It didn't matter that he smokes pot around me all the goddamn time and I'm around it solid. So, of course, she put me on lockdown where I had to go in every few minutes to go check. And with my PTSD, I just couldn't take it anymore. He told the police that I had stolen everything from him. I had taken 4 things out of his room because I was not allowed my things. And they were 4 little piddly ass things that he knew right where they were. He told the cops that I hit him. No marks. 8 hours prior, the cops left. 2 weeks later, I get a text that I'm missing court. The cops didn't even tell me. And he'd done away with the court papers where they came in the mail saying that they were filing charges on me for domestic violence. When you're on parole, that's the last thing you need is any kind of charges. Our rent was behind and I knew that we were didn't want to lose everything we had, so I got 2 storages. And I started putting them all in there. He helped me do it. He helped me put it in there, but they were in my name. Because I sensed what was going on. When it got really bad last week, that was just going on. He did it again. He was just fucking at me again. So the next day at lunchtime, I grabbed my dog and I walked out. I wasn't leaving for good. I was just walking for a while because it's the only way I could get my head together. And once again, he locked me out. In sandals, no coat, in 22-degree weather. As soon as I turned around and tried to come back in, he wouldn't let me in. He brought me my purses out and stepped on them and broke my glasses. But he kept my IDs. The only way I had to get on my feet. Knowing that I couldn't get a regular ID, I had to have that ID. A friend of mine came and got me. She lived in the same apartment. A really sweet girl. Really sweet girl. He came and told me to come back home 2 days after I left. I was sleeping on her couch. She'd gotten me some clothes. And because I wouldn't come back home, he called CPS on her. She had a little baby she loved so much she couldn't possibly risk losing her. She couldn't. And so I understood. She had to put me out. My son came and got me. And I never wanted to depend on my son again. I didn't want to at all. It's not right to have to move back home at 60. I think he got me and brought me home to his house. He's taking care of me. Right off the bat, I came out with COVID. I was sick for 2 months. Really, I was sick 2 weeks, but it took 2 months just to get to actually being able to have us move around. I still can't get a job because I don't have my ID. My son even went to DPS with me. We had to go get my social security card again, my birth certificate. I go to file my taxes, and someone in Dallas had filed my taxes with my IDs. And then in the last few days, I'm missing so bad because all I can think about in my head at night when I'm laying there alone is the good times. It's the good times. But I have to put this down on video to remind myself of bad times. All my artwork that he would destroy, he tore it up, busted it. He's mad at me because of his tools that was lost in that storage. 5 pieces of tools compared to a lifetime of your art. I've always loved sex. And I love sex with him more than anything. That was a real big glue in our life. Sex was so amazing, and it was for both of us. ridiculous for both of us. But it's not so great when you look at the bet. It's a high cost. I hurt inside. I'm not healing this time. And I hate to put my self-destruction here on video, but I've put my whole life on video so far. Why not now? If I have to, I'm going to start going ahead and doing clappers so that I have a say and a sounding post to this that I stopped following Carlos. Well, I'm tired of being strong. I'm really tired of being strong. I am so tired. I walked out of 4 years of hard-ass work without clothes. I left with my dog. After I left there, he broke into the storage sheds and busted everything up, my friend said, and stole a lot. So he ended up with quite a bit. And the storage units, extra storage, I'm just gonna ass outlive. I'm just saying. The only way I'm gonna heal. I'm sorry, I sniffled at everything else. The only way I'm ever going to heal, if I ever heal, which I probably won't, is to watch and see and stop being so weak and missing someone so bad that they're only, also on the cons, he had no ambition. He had no want to of making a better life or working or anything. And then afterwards I found out that he still was in love with his ex. Why not? Why take me down with it? Why take me down at all? What's funny is I couldn't escort anymore because he was monogamous. He didn't want to share me with anybody, and I stopped. And yet, the ex he wanted back was an escort. It made no sense. It made no sense at all. Through these videos, I hope I can help one person living with a narcissist. One person that'll take a chance and sit down and put pros and cons down. Think about all those bad times too, not just the good times. It's the only way your head will heal. And I don't wish ill on him. He knew how to destroy, and he kept destroying me. And destroying me. Don't tell me you called someone's PO because you was worried about them. You had me locked out and I was pounding on the door. How worried were you? You weren't worried. If I was in prison, you'd at least know where I was at all times. I'm like a magnet to people like this. And they never appreciate all the things you do for them. but they'll notice everything you don't do for them. Sometimes I feel like I've got to wipe somebody's ass in order to even get a acknowledgement. I just don't understand how people can do this to each other. Not to say you love each other and then dismantle someone so easy. And even when I left, the girl that was staying with him did do some damage, but it wasn't me. I didn't do it. I didn't care anymore. He told me, he sent me a text that he was trying to kill himself and he was shooting up heroin and lighting himself up on fire and all this crap. And I called the police. The police said I have a warrant for him because of domestic violence and get him to go over there. They didn't even take him in. Farmers Branch is a fucking ridiculous joke for a fucking police force. Anyway, that's enough. I've got to start my day. You get to see me as ugly as possible, and I don't really care anymore. I'm tired. I'm really tired. I've got to find a way to make money now because I've been working for an investor and found out every house I was telling him about that didn't go through, he was actually buying behind my back, so I didn't get paid. I hate food. I get sick every time I eat. Can't have energy without food. Gotta have surgery on the 29th. Another surgery, number 36. Maybe I won't make it through this time. Maybe I won't. I don't care anymore. Life's a bitch. The only reason, there's nothing to wake up for, and there's nothing to go to sleep for. I'm sleeping on a couch, and I hurt so bad when I wake up. I dread going to sleep. My shoulder's completely out of place. Every time I eat, it's like ripping my insides apart because this mesh just tore in my stomach. I broke my front tooth. I can't afford a dentist. I'm at the bottom of the barrel here, which he'll enjoy saying this because, I know that's one of their big deals is they like to see your pain. But I don't care. I have to get it out. I have to bleed it out or it's going to stay and rot me inside. Holding it in is just bad. I can't talk to my son about it because my son is analytical and he tries to look at everything from why, what, where. And when he says it, it's like a knife going through it because he needs to remember his own pain and how bad it hurts when he lost his wife and child. It's something someone don't want to be questioned about. They just want to bleed it out. They don't want to answer your questions. They want someone to talk to. Someone that will just sit there and listen. Because in his analytical mind, he doesn't understand. He's been hurt by women so much that... Oh, and by the way, people, if you go through this, don't make it make you hate the other sex. It's not an all woman thing, and it's not an all man thing. Narcissist behaviors are male and female. We all have narcissistic traits in us. We're not all victims. I'm not a victim. I'm an idiot on this shit. I knew not to be with someone that much younger. It wouldn't work. I hate it. I'm stiff with it. I gotta get off here. Many blessings. Massive what is it?